Hey everyone. It feels like education is changing faster than ever, right?
Yeah.
And you're right in the thick of it, wanting to see how AI is really making a difference.
It is pretty amazing to see AI popping up everywhere, and yeah, education's no exception.
Totally. But before we get too far, let's make sure we're all on the same page. When we say AI in education, what are we actually talking about?
So think of it this way. It's not about robots replacing teachers.
Right.
It's more like having this whole set of tools and approaches that can help teachers do even more and create these really engaging, personalized experiences for students.
That makes sense. And it looks like that's the approach this program at USF is taking.
Yeah.
They describe it as a structured approach for educators to integrate AI into their practice.
Mhm.
So the focus is really on helping teachers, not replacing them.
Exactly. It's about giving educators practical skills to bring AI into their teaching.
Okay, cool.
Not just the theory, but actually using it in the classroom.
So let's get into this program. It's completely online, which is perfect for busy teachers like yourself.
Right.
And you can choose to do it full-time or part-time so it fits your schedule.
Uh-huh.
They've got 4 courses, and each one kind of focuses on a different aspect of AI in education.
Yeah.
They have some catchy names too, like AI in and out of the classroom,
I like that one.
right?
Yeah. The skills you gain from this program are really impressive.
Yeah.
You learn how to evaluate the AI tools that are already out there, the ones everyone's talking about.
Right.
Design your own solutions for your classroom, even measure how AI is impacting your students.
I was just looking at the curriculum, and they're covering things like large language models. Those are super popular right now. And something called prompt engineering.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
That sounds really interesting.
It is. Think of it like giving really specific instructions to an AI.
Okay.
You're basically teaching it how to complete tasks or generate content in a way that actually helps your students. So let's say you want to create an AI tool that can help students write better essays. Through prompt engineering, you could kind of train the AI to analyze a student's writing style and then suggest personalized grammar exercises. Or even provide feedback on their arguments.
That's incredible. They also teach you how to design whole lesson plans and even test with AI built in.
Yeah,
That could be a total game changer.
absolutely. These are the skills that are going to be in high demand as AI becomes more integrated into schools.
So this program seems perfect for people already in education.
Oh, yeah.
They specifically mention current teachers, instructional professionals, and educational technologists. I bet a certificate like this could really boost your career.
For sure. And each of those groups could use AI to tackle different challenges.
Right.
For a teacher, it could be personalizing lessons for each student. Or for an instructional designer, it could be about creating more engaging online courses.
Okay, let's get into some specifics.
All right.
What does it actually look like to use AI in a classroom? Yeah, good question.
This program has some cool assignments.
I was looking at those.
For example, there's one called the AI Tool Evaluation Portfolio,
Uh-huh.
where you actually get to test out different AI tools and see how they work.
Yeah.
That's pretty hands-on.
It is.
And in the Future Ready Roadmap assignment, you create a plan for bringing AI into a specific school or district.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right.
Yeah,
It's all about being proactive and ready for the future of education.
totally.
This next one is my favorite,
Oh, tell me.
Tool Development Collection.
Oh, wow.
In this assignment, you actually design your own AI tools for education.
That's right. And those tools could be anything from, AI-powered tutoring systems to programs that analyze student data to give teachers these really personalized insights.
That's amazing.
The possibilities are kind of endless.
It really is amazing to think about all the things you could do with AI in the classroom.
But with all this excitement about AI, it's important to remember that there are, some real-world things to consider too.
Oh, for sure.
Like, will everyone actually be able to use these tools?
Yeah, that's a big one.
What about access for all students, no matter their background or resources?
Absolutely. That's a huge concern for educators,
Right.
We want to make sure that these tools are available to everyone.
Exactly. What's the point of having this fancy AI if only certain schools or students can use it?
Exactly.
It sounds like equity is a major thing teachers are thinking about.
It really is. And it's something that needs to be addressed as we develop and use these technologies.
Right.
It's not enough to just create these cool tools.
Right.
We have to make sure that everyone can benefit from them.
This program does mention that they talk about the ethical side of things
Oh, yeah.
in their first course.
Mm-hmm.
They specifically mention privacy, which is definitely something a lot of people are worried about.
Privacy is a huge deal, especially when it comes to student data. It's so important to have those guidelines and safeguards to protect that information.
Totally.
And it's not just about protecting the data, but also using it ethically and responsibly.
Okay, so let's shift gears for a second.
Okay.
How do you see AI changing education in the long run?
Well, imagine a world where every student has their own learning plan,
Okay.
tailored to their needs and learning style.
Okay.
AI could analyze a student's work, identify areas where they need extra help,
Wow.
and even suggest specific resources or activities.
That sounds amazing for teachers who are always trying to meet the needs of so many different students.
It is. It can really help make things more fair and give every student a chance to succeed.
I can also see how AI could free up teachers' time
Yeah.
so they can focus on the things that machines just can't do, like mentoring students, fostering creativity, and building relationships.
You're exactly right. AI is not about replacing teachers. It's about giving them superpowers.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
So it's more about humans and machines working together.
Precisely, AI can handle the routine stuff,
Yeah.
like grading multiple choice quizzes or providing basic feedback on writing.
Okay.
This gives teachers more time for the things that require more thought,
Right.
and for creating really engaging learning experiences.
This makes me wonder about the future of teaching.
Yeah.
If AI can do so much, will we even need teachers anymore?
That's a question I hear a lot,
Right.
but I truly believe that teachers will always be essential.
Okay.
AI can make teaching better, but it can't replace that human connection that is so important for learning.
That's good to hear.
Yeah,
So it's more about teachers adapting and figuring out how to use these tools effectively.
exactly. And programs like this USF certificate are so important for preparing educators.
Right.
It's about giving them the knowledge and skills they need to be successful in a world where AI is everywhere.
Okay, so let's say someone is really interested in this program.
All right.
What do they need to do to get in? Is it super competitive?
It actually seems pretty straightforward. You need a bachelor's degree from an accredited university and a GPA of at least 3.0. They don't require any standardized tests like the GRE,
Oh, wow.
which is great for a lot of people.
And what about costs? Are there lots of expensive textbooks?
They actually say there aren't any required textbooks.
Oh, wow.
All the materials are online
Okay.
through their learning platform.
That's awesome.
So that's one less thing to worry about.
They also mention financial aid and resources for veterans.
Yes,
Which is great. They seem really committed to making this program accessible.
they do. It sounds like they've really put a lot of thought into supporting their students.
So we know the program is all online,
Right.
which is great for people who are working.
Yeah.
And they have full-time and part-time options.
Yeah.
What about the timeline? How long does it actually take to finish?
Well, if you go full-time and take 2 courses each semester,
Okay.
you can finish the whole program in just 2 semesters.
Wow, that's quick.
If you prefer to take your time, you can do the part-time option and finish in 4 semesters.
That makes sense.
Hmm.
I'm also curious about the online learning experience.
Yeah.
Is it just videos or is there more to it?
It sounds like they have a good mix of structure and flexibility.
Okay.
You can watch pre-recorded lectures whenever you want,
Okay.
but they also have weekly modules, interactive activities, and practical assignments.
So you're not just passively watching.
No, you're actually using what you're learning.
That's great.
Yeah.
And even though it's online, they really emphasize community and interaction.
Yes, they do.
They mention small class sizes, active discussions, and even group projects.
So you're not just learning by yourself.
That's important.
It is.
Even online, you need to feel connected.
Absolutely.
What about support from instructors?
Oh, yeah.
Can you get help if you need it?
It seems like they have that covered.
Huh.
They have regular online office hours,
Hmm.
one-on-one consultations, and you can contact your instructors directly.
So you're not on your own. It sounds like they've created a really supportive environment.
It does.
Now, I'm curious, what happens after you finish the program?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of jobs could this certificate help you get?
They list a few possibilities,
Okay.
like AI integration specialist, educational technology coordinator,
Hmm?
AI enhanced curriculum developer, things like that.
Those sound like some pretty cool jobs.
They do, and it shows how much the demand is growing for people who know how to use AI in education.
Okay, so let's recap what we've talked about. We've learned about AI in education.
Yes.
And really dug into this specific program at USF.
Yeah.
We've looked at the courses, what skills you learn, who it's for, and even the kinds of jobs it might lead to.
We've also talked about some of the bigger questions,
Right.
like access to these tools, privacy, and what this means for teachers.
Exactly. Now, before we wrap up, there are a couple more things about the program that I found really interesting. One thing is that they're constantly updating the program.
Oh, that's good.
It's not like you're learning stuff that's going to be old news next year.
Yeah, that's
They're keeping up with all the newest developments in AI.
Right, because it changes so fast.
Exactly. And they also mentioned that you can still access the materials for like 90 days after each course ends.
Oh, that's nice.
So you have plenty of time to go back and review everything.
Yeah, that's a good perk.
It is. You can even download some of the stuff to keep.
That's handy.
So it's not just a few months of learning.
Right.
You're getting resources you can use throughout your career.
That's a great point because this field is constantly evolving.
Exactly. It's like you're getting a toolkit that you can always add to.
I like that.
So we've covered a lot in this deep dive.
We have.
We explored what AI in education really means.
Huh.
Took a good look at this program at USF.
Yeah.
And even thought about what this all means for the future of teaching.
It's a big topic.
It is. We talked about the potential benefits, the practical stuff, and even some of the ethical questions.
It's important to consider all sides.
Exactly. But in the end, it's up to each person
Right.
to figure out how they see this technology fitting into their own career.
So here's something to think about.
Okay.
After learning all of this, what are your thoughts on how AI could impact your work?
That's a good question.
Whether you're a teacher, an administrator, or just passionate about education,
Yeah.
how do you see this changing things for you?
This deep dive was about showing you what's possible with AI in education.
Uh-huh.
But it's your choice how you want to be a part of it.
AI is a powerful tool.
It really is.
And like any tool you have to use it carefully and ethically
Right?
with the goal of making learning better for all students.
That's a perfect note to end on.
It is.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into AI and teaching and learning.